know I've been away for some time. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. There's just a lot going on, a lot of things to handle. But let's jump right into this video. I want to talk about vlogging kits today because there is this idea that you need a high-grade, super powerful, professional video camera to do YouTube, and there's also a lot of videos saying why you don't need one. I use an iPhone as my primary camera, and occasionally, very rarely, I will use my iPad to make videos. Depending on what I'm trying to do, maybe I need a second camera for something. Maybe I'm trying to use my phone in the video. So I do have my iPad Pro 11-inch that sometimes I would try to mount up to a tripod and use that. Now, it's not really ideal to use the iPad. I am trying to find other methods to use more than one camera. Apple might kind of offer that option this fall with the new iOS update, because there is a new feature from using your iPhone as a webcam and then using two different lenses to film yourself and on your table using the wide angle lens. So I don't know how that will work with other softwares, but we'll see what happens in the fall. But today I want to talk about these vlogging kits out there that's used for your smartphone. There's a lot of them that you can find, and they all come in different price ranges, and each one has different accessories that may be included. A different kind of tripod, maybe one of them comes with a light or something, not something besides a light. You might get a microphone, more or less. You will get a microphone, and I think that's where the price tag kind of comes into play, because you can find vlogging kits for as cheap as like $10 at Five Below. Five Below, if you don't know, is like a store that sells items $5 and lower, but they then have what they call Five Beyond, which is items that cost more than $5, not surpassing $20. I think the max they charge is $20 for their products. Now, I've actually seen an action camera at their website for $20, but I saw some reviews. Of course, it's garbage. You know, action cameras are easily $400, $500, so you do the math, $500, $20. But I bring up Five Below because there is vlogging kits for your phone that will cost about $10 or so, and you will get like a little tripod and a light and a microphone. But you want to end up having a really good microphone, and one of the brands that seems to be unanimously loved is Rode, and I have one of the mics here. This is a microphone that does have support for normal cameras using a 3.5 jack. It does have another cable to use for those, but when you use a smartphone, you have to use the the dongles. This is a USB-C one that I would use for the iPad, and I also have the Lightning one here that I would use if I use it for the iPhone. Now, you might have seen in a previous video of mine that I do have the microphone by Rode that plugs right into the iPhone, and my initial problem with the microphone was you had to remove the case in order to plug it in. But I did find an attachment on Amazon for like $10. I'll put the picture of it here. One of the attachments, it came with two. One of them didn't work, but luckily one of them does work. So that allows me to use that microphone with the case and still protecting my phone. But I say these things because Rode does have their own set of vlogging kits for the phone, and there's about 3 or 4 of them, mostly the same thing, and they all pretty much cost the same amount, which is $150. And the reason why I don't have one of them is because I can't afford to buy one of them, but I do have this one here from Olan. It's a tripod that does extend, and it does have the phone clip to be put on top, and you do get a shoe mount on the side and one on the top. This way you can put something like a lighting source and of course the microphone source. And this set alone, I believe, was around like $20 or so, but you are missing those extra accessories. Now, when it comes to something like the Rode microphone, the Rode vlogging kit, the microphone is a really great mic, and the mic alone costs around like $80 or so. And that's primarily where that price tag will come in. You're paying like $80 or so for the mic, and then the tripod will be like another $20 or so, which is about $100. And then your light, I actually have one up here that I'm not currently using, my GoPro light. And these lights, whether it's GoPro, Rode, or Olan, they typically cost around $50 or so. Some of them a lot cheaper, which means they're worse. And that's where that price finally comes into play for $150. Now, what I'm trying to get at here is that when using your phone to make YouTube videos, there's a lot of things you need to consider that you might want to use. Number one, what kind of phone are you using? If you have an iPhone or a really good Samsung, like one of the Galaxy phones, you're fine. You're gonna be good to go in terms of video quality. But when it comes to audio, you are gonna want that microphone to get better audio quality. And I have seen other microphones where you can, plug it in and attach it to your shirt, as well as some of the wireless ones, which cost a lot more, and they just give you the adapter to plug in. So there's different options, and this is more so for the budget user. What can you use for a budget? And I honestly think the Rode setup, for the most part, for $150, it's kind of worth the price tag if you think about it. They do have the two different options, one of the microphone directly plugged in and one for the microphone that doesn't directly plug in. And in terms of the microphone that does plug into your phone, they do have it in both USB-C and Lightning options. As for buying the microphone on its own, which is what I did, I don't know if they sell that as a USB-C option. I think they do somewhere, but I found mine at Best Buy. They only had the Lightning one. Like I said, it's like $80. And then you have your tripod option. Now, I primarily use a much larger tripod, like what I'm using right now. These are really only good for tables because they're not going to extend that high up anyway. So you want to put it on a table and then film yourself that way. But it's just something I wanted to talk about where, it is doable. And you have different options with your phone depending on what you're using. Like iPhone has ProRes and raw video and cinematic and all these other different modes, but you are still going to need that audio source and that lighting source. I do have a spare GoPro light over here, so that's why I'm getting decent lighting over here, and the iPhone just does low light pretty good. Initially, when I started my channel, I was using a GoPro camera as my primary source of video filming. I had a Hero 7, then I went to the 8, and then up to the Hero 9. And that's when I left GoPro, because GoPros are great when you're outside. Just the natural lighting will make your videos look amazing. I've recorded some GoPro footage outdoors and they just looked phenomenal. But you are also going to need to buy so many more accessories, such as the media mod, so you can attach the different attachments, a front-facing display so you can have a better display. I'm using my TV right now to see myself in case I need to adjust myself. You have to buy the microphone, you have to buy the light source, and my problem with all those things is that your GoPro is meant to be waterproof, but using all those accessories makes it not waterproof, which is not really important, just a little side note. But you compare the price of, okay, a GoPro alone is like $500. You get the kit and everything together, you're paying almost $700. How does that compare to the price of a phone? Number one, you're most likely paying for your phone on a monthly plan, so you're not paying $1,200 out of pocket. If you are, because you like to pay your phone in full, that's on you, and you're a baller. Whereas I'm not a baller, so I can't do that. So my phone is on a monthly plan, and therefore you technically only paying out of pocket a maximum of $150 before tax. Minimum, you can find cheaper ones for like $50 or so. Or you can maybe buy a light source that may be cheaper. Lenzi has a $20 light option, I think. It's just not as good. The GoPro one, while it's great, it's also waterproof and USB-C, and has different lighting types. The filter cover kind of sucks, but hey, waterproof light for $50, not bad. You get about 5 or so hours of battery on the lowest lighting setting. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this real quickly, just to get a video out there for you guys, just to let you know of different vlogging options that you have. I've seen a whole bunch of different ones. I've seen a light, an option that had a light that needed batteries, and once the batteries die out, you just gotta replace the batteries. That's kind of dumb. These are USB-C cords, so I don't like using batteries. I don't know why Xbox still uses batteries for the controllers, but that's besides the point. So that's going to be my video for today about these vlogging kits. If you are interested in doing YouTube and you wanted to know more, hopefully this video gave you a bit of an idea of what you can do and what are some of your options for buying a vlogging kit. Maybe you have one that you use yourself. Let me know what you use. I know some people like to use the really big ring light. I never really experienced with those yet, and I'd like to have the most minimal design as I could, and that's why my GoPro light is attached to my Moment mount, which is MagSafe, so I can just take the phone and, you know, out and in. Don't gotta like worry too much about it. Like I said, minimal. I like to be minimal. Some people don't like to have the most massive rig. That's fine as well. That's more so of a stationary, not a portable. And you know, if you want to be stationary, you know, use a tripod. This one was like 20 bucks or so. It's a Canon tripod, I believe. Maybe not. Now that I'm thinking of it, but you can also find, you know, the tabletop tripods that you can hold and be more mobile with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I am planning to make more content for you guys. I'm working on some ideas for my Starfield thoughts, and I was gonna do a whole news segment about gaming news, but I didn't get to do it. But just sit tight. I appreciate the support to help me reach 300 subscribers. It's been a long road, and it's gonna be a much longer road to get to the next level. And I'm just trying to put the grind out there, trying to get the work done. So stick with me, guys. I'm Anthony Olan, and I'll see you next time.